Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Today's story is called Dropping In. On a space rock, not so far away, the peaceful people of planet Moon are basking under a cloudless blue sky. But there's no time to rest, because today we're hanging out with our friends, Kimi, Max, and Lewis, who are off to visit the hoverboard park. The three watch excitedly as the other kids zoom past on their hoverboards, jumping ramps and doing grindy thingies, much like they would at the old skate parks back on Earth. They look around for something they can use their hoverboards on, but the park is very busy. "Look," says Max in a tinny robot voice. "That ramp there looks free." Sure enough, at the back of the hover park, beyond the manual pads and the fun boxes, is the biggest ramp they have ever seen, and it's completely free of other boarders. "Yeah, let's do it," Kimi exclaims, and they run over to have a go. Kimi, Max, and Lewis climb to the top of the ramp. It feels a lot higher than it looks from down below. Lewis peers over the edge. Wow, it's a really long way down. I'm not sure we're good enough for this one. Kimi agrees, gulping. "We should probably climb down," she says, and they all step back from the edge. Suddenly, a deep voice comes from behind them, making them all jump. "But you'll never know if you don't try, man." Kimi, Max, and Lewis quickly look around to see where the voice had come from. There, sat in the corner at the top of the ramp, was a wise old skater kid. How had they not seen him before? The three continued to stare at the wise old skater kid, waiting for him to speak. "All right, little dudes, if you want to conquer the super ramp, there are 3 important lessons you need to learn." The three look at each other, excited to hear the secrets from a grand hoverboard master. Number 1, safety first. Your helmet is your friend. Never board without it. Number 2, practice makes perfect, my little hombres. Not everyone nails it on the first try. You need to work hard and practice to be good at something. And numero stress, my personal favorite. Love and support your fellow boarders, man. If you have your homies behind you, you can conquer almost anything. What great advice. Thank you, wise old skater kid. Now, who wants to go first? "I'll go first," says Kimi, and with that, she moves to the edge of the ramp and sets up her board to drop in. She takes one last deep breath, remembering all the things the wise old skater kid had told them, then goes for it. The others watch on in angst as Kimi flies down the ramp. She is going so fast, she bends her knees to keep her balance before shooting up to the other side and into the air. "Wow!" says Lewis as he and Max watch Kimi do a super spinny McTwisty thing and then pop up safely again in front of them, coolly landing on her feet. No sweat. The wise old skater kid starts to clap. "Gnarly, man! You bossed it!" Kimi is very happy with herself. Next up is Max. As a robot that hovers, Max finds it quite easy and flies equally high into the air, this time pulling off a twirly-whirly, misty flip. "Whee!" cries Max, before following Kimi's example and landing smoothly back where they started. "Okay, Lewis, your turn." Lewis slowly shuffles to the edge of the ramp and sets up his board. He's really nervous. "You can do it, Lewis," Kimi shouts. "Yeah, you've got this," hollers Max. You just have to commit, man, says the wise old skater kid. Lewis too takes a deep breath. He can do this. He closes his eyes, leans forward, and... splat! Oh no! Kimi and Max hurry down to check if Lewis is okay. Lewis, are you all right? Shall I call your mum? Kimi asks. Come on, we'll get you home, consoles Max. But to both their surprise, Lewis doesn't say a word. He pulls himself straight to his feet and climbs right back up to the top of the ramp. The others watch in awe. All right, Jellyman, the wise old skater kid bellows, seeing Lewis set up for another try. This time, he is determined to do it. Kimi and Max start to shout more messages of encouragement. You can do it, Lewis. We believe in you. Lewis grits his teeth and leans forward, this time keeping his eyes wide open and focused on what he has to do. Then, whoosh! He rockets up to the other side of the ramp, even higher than Kimi and Max before him. He does a couple of 180s and a 360 spin for good measure before eventually gliding to a graceful stop at the bottom where the others are waiting. Lewis! That was amazing, they both say in unison, still gobsmacked with what they had just witnessed. Lewis is over the moon with his achievements. Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Kimi and Max hoist Lewis up onto their shoulders, forgetting he's made up of radioactive space jelly, and he slides right over them, covering them both in green goo. They laugh out loud all the way home, where they get changed, eat lunch, and refuel so that they can come right back and do it all over again. What a most excellent day. The end. As Lewis showed there, it's important that if you get knocked down, you get right back up again and give it another try. Because with a little bit of practice and a little help from your friends, you can achieve almost anything. See you on the flip side. Goodbye.